Hey there everyone, I just want to welcome you all to our Stack That Cash Cycle System presentation. And first of all, thank you all so much for taking the time out of your busy day or your busy night to be able to come and have a listen and have a learn and understand everything that there is to know about the Stack That Cash Cycle System, because I'm going to be here to explain to you guys all the ins and outs, and that way you guys know how the entire Stack That Cash Cycle System runs pretty much from back to front, front to back and inside out. Now, for those of you guys that don't know me, my name's Alicia Walsh. A little bit about me, I'm 26 years old and I live in Brisbane, Australia. I'm actually originally from Hamilton, New Zealand, so if you're from Hams, if you're from Town, guys, yeah, buddy, Melville represent, that was where I grew up, guys. So, I'm married and I've got two children. So our two kids, Colorado and Candace. Colorado is 8 going on 9, and our daughter Candace is 5 going on 6. Me and my husband Joseph have been married for going on 8 years this year. And what a lot of people don't actually know about me is that I've been working online since early 2015. Back in early 2015, I actually come from a hospitality background. Originally, before we made the move over from New Zealand, I was working in a bakery. I worked there for most of my time while I was, in a career or in a job, if that's what you would want to call it, while I was living in New Zealand. We moved over here to Australia back in we moved back over here to Australia back in July of 2011, and we have been here ever since. So I've pretty much all my, working life always worked in the kitchen. I've always, worked at the back of the house. I've never really, had that one-on-one customer interaction or anything like that. I was just always in doing the hard yards, doing the hard slog, And, a lot of people seem to think that, if you're going to start an online business, if you're going to come online and, make something of yourself, that you have to be really clever. You've got to have all this knowledge about how to use computers, and you've got to be tech savvy, and you've got to have all these fancy and flashy degrees and stuff like that from uni or Polytech. I can definitely tell you that's absolutely not true. I used to be a kitchen bum, guys. When I first came online back in March of 2015, I was running my own catering business, but I didn't really have that much computer skills. I did have a computer at the time, and I did have a mobile phone, and I was connected to the internet at home, but all that I really knew how to do online was just pretty much how I knew how to make a post on my Facebook page for my business. I knew how to use the MYOB accounting software, how to do all my invoicing and stuff like that. And the only other thing that I really knew how to use was just Microsoft Office or Word. That was pretty much it, and that was just to type out, documents and resumes and stuff like that. And, that's pretty much all that I knew when I first came online. I didn't really know how to use like Microsoft Excel. I didn't know how to make PowerPoint presentations. I've only actually learned within the last probably 6 to 8 months how to make PowerPoint presentations. I knew nothing about building websites. I knew absolutely nothing, literally nothing about the online world, aside from a little bit of social media and just, the everyday runnings of my normal, catering business. And, when I first came online with my first online business, was it easy? No. The reason why I say it wasn't easy for me was because, I didn't have anybody to help me. I was there and I was learning, all these new things about what I could do online all on my own. And yeah, it was frustrating, and yeah, it was stressful at times, but I did what I had to do, and I learned what I had to learn, so then that way I could equip myself with the skills that I needed to be able to get out there online, and also so then that way I gained the knowledge, from that particular first business that I, started out with online. Now, coming up to nearly 3 years later, I now have got 9 online businesses, 2 of which I have created myself, Stack That Cash being one of them. I've got multiple different, cryptocurrencies inside my cryptocurrency portfolio. I'm also, in crypto, I've also got mining contracts. I'm a day trader. It's absolutely crazy out there in the crypto space. I've also got, a lot of different stocks and shares, such as pre-IPOs and stuff like that, with businesses that haven't even come out on the actual, public stock market yet. And I've also got a whole number of different training courses and stuff like that underneath my belt. And I'm really, really grateful that I actually did get started, 3 years ago online, because I never ever thought that my life would be here where I'm at right now. Me and my family, we pretty much have the lifestyle of being able to wake up in the morning every day at whatever time we like. We're not ordered out of bed by an alarm clock or anything like that. I might do 2 to 3 hours worth of work on my computer and on my phone. And the beauty of that is that wherever I travel to, I get to go overseas a lot. I also have to travel interstate a lot for a lot of the stuff that I do online. And the beauty of it is that regardless of where I go, as long as I have got data and an internet connection and my phone or my computer with me, even if I'm in accommodation and I'm just on, Wi-Fi, my work can come with me regardless of where I am in the world, and that is the true beauty of working online. I've been to the States, I've been to Bali, I've been to New Zealand, I've been to several places all over Australia, and the time that I have been working online over the last 3 years, and there's never been any problems when I've traveled or when I've gone anywhere, with doing my work online and with getting, my daily tasks done. That is a true beauty of working online. Your shop or your hours of work don't close, when it hits, 5 o'clock at night. Your shift doesn't end. The online world is literally open 24/7, 365 globally. And that's the beauty of Stack That Cash, guys. It is a global, worldwide business. So don't just seem to think that, it must only work if you're in Australia, or it must only work if you're in New Zealand, or it must only work if you're in the United States. That's not true, okay? It's pretty much a global, worldwide business, regardless of where you guys are situated or where you guys live, okay? What a lot of other people, don't actually know is that, we were actually, homeless and sleeping in our car 5 years ago. It was the rock bottom of my life. I wouldn't wish that, sort of feeling upon anybody, having to look down at your kids and feel as if, you failed them as a parent, you failed them as a mother, and that you should just end your life. So then that way your kids can go to some other family and have a better life, that you can't give them. That's the worstest feeling ever. And, I don't know if it was God, I don't know if it was, some of my family that had passed on or whatever, but one night when we were homeless and sleeping in our car, we were sitting in a church car park, and, I was sitting there and I was holding my daughter Candace in my arms, and she was only 3 weeks old. I had only just had her. And I don't know what it was, but something made me absolutely wake up. Something just slapped me in the face and said, Alicia, you need to wake the hell up, And I finally realized, that all my life, all that I had done ever was just make excuses as to why I couldn't do this or why I couldn't achieve that. Blame other people for my problems. I used to blame my family for my problems. I used to blame my husband for my problems. I used to blame my job for my problems. I used to even sometimes, worse off, blame God for my problems, when at the end of the day, when I really, when I had got, that big reality check and I got that big slap in the face, I realized that at the end of it all, the finger was pointing back at me, and that I was the one who was, at fault for how my life and my situation was, at that point in time. And I realized, that if I was going to do something with my life, if I was really going to go out there and make a difference in the world, that only I and I alone had the power to do that. I couldn't rely on my family. I couldn't rely on God. I couldn't rely on anybody to do that for me except for my bloody self. And when I realized that, I thought, holy shit, I've got to do something differently. I can't keep, sending hubby to work every day. We're getting nowhere. We're getting nowhere with our life. We're fucking broke every week. We're living paycheck to paycheck. Something has got to change. And I realized that if I didn't change anything with what I was doing, I was never going to change my results with my life, with my relationships, with my career, and with what I wanted to actually do. And I realized in that moment that, shit, I need to start focusing my time on something that I enjoy doing, on something that I want to do, and not what a boss wants me to do every single day when I go into a job and clock in for them and slog my fucking guts out every single day just to get paid peanuts and, scrape my ass along the ground just to make it to the next payday. because that was literally what my life was like. And I can definitely tell you, the next day after, I had that big, wake up call, and I started to, slowly make changes in my mind, like, fuck, I need to get out of this hole, blah, blah, blah. I needed to, strategize and think things through properly. That was when things started to change. So we woke up the next morning, and a support service found us sleeping in the car park. And then within 2 weeks, we were, settled down with family. And my husband and his older brother had actually moved interstate here to Queensland from Darwin, where we were, up in the Northern Territory, which is the most northernmost city in Australia, a very, very remote place, to be able to start out fresh. And, I'm so grateful that, a lot of people would seem to think, oh, being homeless, man, that's like the worstest thing in the world. You know what? Even though it might have seemed really, really bad and depressing and sad at the time, I am bloody well grateful that I went through that situation, because I can definitely tell you that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it's not about, how many times you can get knocked over in life. It's about how many times you can keep getting back up and keep going and keep trying and never ever giving up. And I'm so glad that that happened to me, and I never gave up. I've never ever given up to this very single day. Right now, as you're watching this presentation, and I'm so thankful because of that, because I couldn't imagine, where my life would be if I hadn't come online. I'd probably still be working in my catering business, being time poor, still being, yeah, I'd have a little bit of money, but I wouldn't have any time for my kids or my husband, and I'd probably still be miserable to this very day. Now, man, I'm making, anywhere between 6 to 7 figures a year from all of the online investments and the online businesses that I'm involved in. And I love being able to travel, all over the globe. I love meeting new people from all different backgrounds and cultures and religions, different ethnicities and stuff like that. I absolutely love it. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about me and my family is that, when I first came online, about 7 months into my online journey, going into my 3rd year now, I actually retired my husband for life from his 9 to 5 job. So my husband no longer has to go out and, get up early as in the morning. My husband's worked in labouring jobs and mainly meat works, freezing works for a lot of his life. And, he worked a job for 16 years. He started working when he was 14 years old in the chillers, back home in New Zealand at a meatworks. And that was pretty much his life. He would just go to work every day, slog his guts out, come home every day, miserable, stressed out, and tired and exhausted, and he was miserable because he wasn't happy with what he was doing. So I was able to retire my husband, when I came online. And, he's been at home with me, and the beauty of that is that, again, we get to enjoy this lifestyle together. We're both at home for our kids 24/7. We're no longer having to ring up our old bosses and say, hey, look, I need the day off, my kid's sick, or, I need to go to my kids, might be athletics day at school, or their cross country, or, my kids have got a little, production that they're doing at school, or whatever it is. We don't have to worry about any of that. We are there for all of our kids' milestones. We're there for every single birthday. We're there for every single cross country, every single athletics. You name it, we are there. And, our kids never, ever have to, have that memory of their parents always working and never having time for them. And I can definitely tell you that from my perspective. The reason why I can say that from my perspective is because my mum died of breast cancer when I was 6 years old. I understand and I know that my mother and my father, they only wanted the best for me and my younger brother. And I know that they worked hard, but, I never got any time with my mum. On the weekend, we'd just be trying to catch up on stuff that we couldn't get done during the week. I never really got to spend any time with my mum. And, I do cherish those memories that I do have with her, but I definitely can tell you that if something was to happen to me tomorrow, I definitely don't want my kids, not having, that valuable time with me and those memories, that they could have shared with me before I was gone. And I always say to people, a lot of people seem to think, oh, man, I'd love to be rich and I'd love to, be able to go into all of these things. But I always say to people, for me, money isn't everything. Money can't buy you every single thing in the world. For me, time is the most valuable thing, and the reason why is because time is the only thing in your life that's non-refundable. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how broke you are. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter, how many flashy qualifications or licenses or whatever it is that you have. Regardless, once you have spent your time, you can never ever get it back. And that's exactly why I love helping people be able to stack cash on autopilot. So then that way, they can really start getting ahead, in their everyday lives, and they can have some sort of flexibility and some extra time there with their family and with their children. A lot of people don't actually know myself, Alicia Walsh. I'm actually the actual creator and founder of the Stack That Cash Cyclist System, and my goal, obviously, when I first started the Stack That Cash Cyclist System, and it is still my goal to this very day, is to help everyday people and families to be able to stack cash. Stack That Cash, came into being back in December of 2017. We launched on the 1st of December. And it all just came from a simple idea written down on a piece of paper. I had a lot of people coming to me back at that time around, mid to late November of 2017. And they were saying to me, oh, Alicia, look, I don't have a lot of money to start a business online, but I really need to make Christmas happen this year. If I don't do anything, then my kids aren't going to have a Christmas, And I thought to myself, man, I haven't got a business, I'm not involved in any sort of an opportunity or some sort of an online business, or affiliate program, that is low cost to start up and is easy to learn. And so I thought, man, there's no system like that. I need to create one. I need to make one to help our people. I need to create something for the little guys, the everyday guys, that don't, have that, skill set, that don't have all of those sorts of resources or the money to be able to start an online business. So it all started with an idea on a piece of paper. And, fast forward 3 months later, we are now over 1,300 plus members strong worldwide. And Stack That Cash is still growing day by day. It's absolutely crazy. I love seeing all of the success stories that have come out of Stack That Cash. And I'm so grateful, that all of you guys that are involved in Stack That Cash, getting out there, pushing it hard, and really making a difference in, your guys' everyday lives. So, getting stuck into the presentation, guys. Again, introducing you guys to the Stack That Cash Cyclist System. An easy way for you guys to be able to stack cash for Christmas, New Year's, back to school costs, Easter, your guys' everyday bills and expenses, your guys' groceries, you guys name it. The opportunities are limitless. So I always have to show you guys this quick income disclaimer, and I always say to people, I can definitely promise you one thing if you join Stack That Cash. If you do nothing, you are going to get absolutely nothing. So if you're a lazy person, if you don't, if you think that you're just going to join Stack That Cash and money's just going to magically fall out of the sky for you, if you do absolutely sweet F4, I can definitely tell you that nothing is going to happen for you. What's required of you if you're going to join Stack That Cash? You will need to be able to sacrifice anywhere between a half an hour up to an hour a day, dedicating your time to your business, okay, and getting out there. You will be required to post out there on different social media platforms. You will be required to send out information and stuff like that. You guys will be required to go through some basic training, so then that way you guys understand how you guys can get out there and push your business online. And you guys will also be required to, obviously support anybody that you are bringing into the business on your direct team as well. If you are lazy and you cannot make one post a day and you cannot help out, in the background for half an hour to an hour a day, stop watching this presentation right now and don't even bother joining. We don't want lazies in Stack That Cash, so no lazies are allowed. We don't want any tame people. We don't want any koretake people. So if you're a koretake and you're a poturi haere sort of person, you moan and complain a lot, don't even bother. Go away. We don't want lazies. But if you guys are keen and you are really wanting to dedicate a little bit of time every single day to be able to get ahead in life and you really want to make a change, then keep on listening, because I'm going to be explaining to you all of the different levels in the Stack That Cash Cyclist System and how you guys will also be able to make money two ways with the Stack That Cash Cyclist System program. But first off, obviously, what are the expenses to be able to join? That's really, really simple. Regardless of what level you guys are coming in on in the Stack That Cash cycle system, you guys will always be required to pay your once-off $25 USD admin fee. That is a lifetime fee. So if you ever think, at some point in time that you just can't keep up with Stack That Cash, maybe you might, get a new job, or maybe circumstances might change in your family dynamic or whatever it is, and you think that you just want to put down Stack That Cash for a little while, and you decide to go and take a break, that is absolutely fine, because you only have to pay the admin fee once. If you choose to come back again, you will not have to pay that admin fee again. A lot of people ask, what the hell is my admin fee even pay for? Your admin fee is very, very important, because it's going to help you with all of the different resources and the support and the training that you are going to need on an ongoing basis if you are going to be involved in the Stack That Cash cycle system. Your once-off $25 USD lifetime admin fee gets you guys unlimited access to our paid members group and trainings. Those trainings are always being updated all the time. It's going to get you guys access to as many cycles as you guys like, no having to repay that admin fee per cycle. So if you fill a cycle, I'll explain to you guys later on in the presentation what a cycle is. And obviously, it takes, 6 people per cycle to be able to fill. Okay, and you guys, once you guys fill a cycle, if you guys want to do another cycle, you don't have to pay that admin fee again. It also helps admins to keep the group and the cycles running smoothly. There is a lot of admin work that is involved in the background. It also helps us to hold fully paid team meetups and get-togethers and our get-togethers. Now, you guys might see here in these 2 pictures here on the right-hand side of my screen, here on this presentation. These are actually a couple of the awesome get-togethers that I organised when I was back in New Zealand in December and January of 2017 and 2018. And the beauty of that is all of those members that came to those meet and greets and those get-togethers, they only had to bring themselves. Admin fees help go back towards these get-togethers, and it also helps to pay for all of the food and drink for all of those who are in attendance. So the people that are here in this particular, in these 2 particular photos, they didn't have to pay a cent for their food or their drink when they attended. They just bought themselves and their happy attitude and their smiley faces. And that's exactly what the Stack That Cash cycle system aims to do. Regardless of what get-together, myself, the actual creator of Stack That Cash organizes, regardless of what training or anything like that, it's all to help our members, and it all goes back to our members. It also helps, us admins to be able to do regular giveaways. We actually, do usually a weekly or a fortnightly giveaway. And, that really, really helps, a lot of our paid members, inside the group. Just to give them a little bit of an encouragement and a little bit of an incentive, to be able to do a little bit extra, if they really want to get out there and win themselves some free Bitcoin or some free crypto or some extra free training that they would otherwise have to pay for. This admin fee also helps to keep our bots up and running and maintained. Now, I'll explain to you guys later on in the presentation what our bots are and what they do and how they really, really help you guys to get out there with automating your guys' business, and also really, really help you guys in regards to your basic STC training. With this particular admin fee, it also helps admins to keep all of your guys' promotional materials all up to date and on par. Because whenever there is any changes that happen in Stack That Cash, whenever anything is updated or anything like that, or a new level is added, okay, obviously, new presentations have to be made, bots have to be reconfigured, new promotional materials have to be made. Stuff there all takes time, and that also takes money. So that's exactly what your $25 USD admin fee will go towards, regardless of what levels you guys are coming into. Now, for those of you guys that are, obviously thinking, oh, okay then, so obviously there's some cycle levels in Stack That Cash. What cycle levels are there? Well, let me explain them to you in these next few slides. Now, our first cycle level, guys, it's available on the Stack That Cash cycle system, is our new $25 USD cycle level. With this particular cycle level, you guys are looking at $150 USD in profit, and you guys are going to get some awesome, awesome training about drop shipping and arbitrage on 10 different platforms. This is huge, huge value. The reason being is because, a lot of people that will obviously come in on this level are people who, don't really want to take a risk, too much of a monetary risk when they're getting started online. And also, it would also help a lot of those people who don't have a lot of money to start online. With drop shipping and arbitrage, in this particular level, we're going to be teaching you guys how to make money with no money. Yes, you heard me right. Make money with no money. Aside from your admin fee and your $25 USD cycle level, that's exactly what the training on this particular level is going to teach you. It's also going to teach you guys to be able to get out there and buy products and services low and sell them high. That is arbitrage, okay? And you guys will be able to learn how to do both of these things with any product or service on 10 different platforms. You guys are also going to get all of the ins and outs and the trainings on all of these different platforms, all their individual marketing strategies, techniques, and platform algorithms, which are very, very important for you guys when you're getting out there on those particular platforms, regardless of what you guys are marketing. So the platforms that you guys are going to be learning how to dropship and arbitrage and market on are going to be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, eBay, Amazon, Shopify, Alibaba, Etsy, Fiverr, and even Twitter. So those are all in themselves huge e-commerce platforms, and also huge social media platforms as well. You guys are going to be able to learn from scratch how to build, and set up your guys' own shops for literally anything that you guys want, and list products and services online. Now, this particular training itself is a $600 USD value, and there is over 25 hours of training on this particular level. A huge value to anybody out there that is looking at getting started in the Stack That Cash cycle system. This is pretty much going to teach you guys, the very fundamentals and basics of pretty much getting out there and marketing and selling anything that you guys want online on 10 different platforms. It's crazy, this new training level that we have. And this is actually the newest training level that we have in the Stack That Cash cycle system. And again, it's a level that was created by listening to our members. Now, myself, Alicia Walsh, when it comes to the Stack That Cash cycle system, we don't run, Stack That Cash like your traditional, normal sort of online business. What we like to do, even from the very beginning of when Stack That Cash began, we always like to listen to our members. Whenever an idea or a suggestion is put forward, we always like to listen to our members, take their thoughts, and their ideas, and, take them into consideration, and obviously, if there is a big decision that has to be made in regards to the Stack That Cash cycle system, we always put it back to the members. The members all get the opportunity to vote in an online poll. And whatever the majority of the members want, that is exactly what the majority of those members get. And that is exactly how this particular cycle level came into being. The Stack That Cash cycler team showed some interest, and they wanted a lower level cycle available for, people out there to be able to start at a lower cost. And that's exactly what we developed and have implemented for our Stack That Cash team. And regardless of, 2 years, 10 years down the track, we will always continue to listen to our members, in regards to, what they want with the Stack That Cash cycle system. But moving on to the next cycle level. Now, our next cycle level up, guys, is the $50 USD cycle level. Once you guys have cycled out, that's a $250 USD profit, and you guys are going to get, an awesome cryptocurrency training. Now, with this particular cryptocurrency training, you guys are going to learn all of the fundamentals about how cryptocurrencies work, the history about them, how to set up all of your guys' own wallets, all of the security and the trading side, lending, staking, blockchain technology and how they blockchain technologies and how they work, mining crypto. The list just goes on and on and on and on. And it's also going to teach you guys and give you guys the knowledge on how you guys can start your own cryptocurrency portfolio and make your own profits with cryptocurrency. That is huge in itself, regardless of what training level you guys are coming in on with the Stack That Cash cycle system. You guys not only have the opportunity to be able to stack cash by building a team, That's one stream of income. You also have another way to actually stack cash and make money through diversifying. For example, on the $25 USD level, we're teaching you guys how to make money with no money. We're teaching you guys how to drop ship and arbitrage, becoming your own boss, you know, selling and drop shipping products and services, you know, and you guys don't even have to hold any inventory or anything like that in your own home. You don't have to have any money to be able to start doing that. You know, same thing with this particular level. We're teaching you guys how to diversify independently with whatever choices you guys want in regards to whatever cryptocurrencies you guys want to get involved in. You know, again, fully independent in your guys' own way. You know, and with this particular training, this is a $230 USD value by itself. You guys are only getting it for $50 USD, plus you guys are making a $250 USD profit, okay, on top, you know, of what you know your guys' initial investment was. Moving on to the next level. So our next cycle level is the $100 USD cycle level. Again, you know, with this particular cycle level, you guys are going to cycle out with $500 in profit, and you guys are going to get full unlimited access to our Builderall online business training. Now, again, you guys have got the option to diversify with this particular level and become independent in your own way. With the Builderall training, you guys are going to be able to learn how to set up your own websites, your own sales pages, your own blogging platforms. You guys are going to learn how to build presentations from scratch, Google Analytics, SEO, email automation, Facebook integration tools. You guys are even going to be able to learn how you guys can build your own iPhone and Android apps. How cool is that? You guys can even make your own animations and edit your guys' own videos in multiple different formats. You know, the beauty of this particular level is that, again, you guys can diversify. You guys can go out there and offer your guys services to anybody out there online. You can take that $25 level training, which shows you guys all about dropshipping and arbitrage, and you guys can take a lot of the training out of these other levels, and you guys can mix and mingle them all together. You know, imagine being able to go out there online and have the knowledge and the tools to be able to go out there and offer website building tools. Building websites for people, building blogs, writing out blogs for people. You know, you guys are going to be able to get out there and, you know, make logos for businesses. You know, there's so much training in Stack That Cash that can teach you guys how to literally flip money off the wall. It's not even funny. You know, and this particular Builderall training in itself is a $200 USD value, and you guys are only getting it for $100, plus you guys are going to be making $500 in profit on top of your guys' initial $100 investment. But moving on to the next cycle level. Our next level up, guys, is a $200 USD cycle level, and with that particular level, you guys are going to be cycling out with $1,000 USD in profit, and you guys are going to also be getting TBC cash out training. Now, for me, myself, Alicia Walsh, you know, I have had a huge, you know, success in the TBC industry. You know, and TBC is one of those cryptocurrencies that is out there and it's not listed on a public exchange, and it never ever will be listed on a public exchange. But here is a big, huge problem that 90% of the people in the TBC community are facing right now. Now, with TBC, it grows in value by itself, okay? The problem is that a lot of people out there sell TBC, but they don't give any training. So people have been going out there buying TBC from people, and those people that they're purchasing from have given them no training, no guidance, nothing whatsoever. They pretty much just sold them the TBC and left them high and dry. You know, and that's a big problem in the TBC community. I always say to people, you can be a millionaire in TBC, but a broke-ass mofo in real life if you don't know how to become a trusted seller, you don't know how to cash your TBC out, and you don't know how to get your send button turned on. You know, that is a huge, huge problem out there in TBC. So I noticed that when I was, you know, actively, you know, out there with TBC, I still am sitting on my TBC to this very day waiting for the migration over to the new blockchain. You know, I was noticing that many people from all different countries were coming to me saying, Alicia, I don't have any training or any know-how. What do I do with this TBC? How do I cash it out? How can I become a trusted seller? And I'm like, didn't whoever sold you the TBC teach you that? And they're like, no, they just sold it to me and that's it. I didn't get any other training or any other insight into it. And I'm like, man, I need to come up with a training that can really help people in the TBC, community to be able to help them to be able to cash their TBC out. So that's exactly what I did. I spent a month developing and building my very own customized TBC cash out training. So with this particular cycle level, that's the exact training that you guys are going to be getting. But don't, think that this is only for TBC, because you guys will be able to take that training and use it in any of you guys' other online businesses out there. It's exactly the same with, the other levels that are in Stack That Cash. Regardless of what training you guys are getting, you guys can not only go out there and diversify and also stack that cash with our Stack That Cash Cycle System program, but at the same time, you guys can apply it to your guys' other businesses and opportunities that you guys already have, regardless of whether you guys already work online, whether you're in direct sales, whether you run a bricks and mortar business, regardless of what it is. You guys can pretty much implement that training, take action every day, and really get out there and build your guys' client base and get out there stacking that cash by being more independent and diversifying and becoming your own boss in your own way, guys. So with this particular TBC training, it's going to teach you guys how you guys can set up your own TBC shops. You guys will be able to set up your own cash out portals. It's going to teach you guys how to set up multiple different payment processes, crypto checkouts. It's going to teach you guys how you guys can become a trusted seller, get your send button turned back on, get access. You guys are also going to get access to our team rotator to help you guys build your guys' referrals up for their referral program, with the Kringle Cash side. And you guys are also going to even get access to our referral program in regards to my training. Yes, I actually have a referral program there in that TBC training, where if you bring somebody else in that actually wants to get involved in that training and they pay for it, you actually get paid a commission from anybody that you bring in. And that is a huge value in itself. Again, teaching you guys how to diversify. With this particular level, you guys can literally, go out there and, market this training out there. You guys can also, build other people TBC shops. You can build other people cash out portals. It's huge, huge with what you guys can do out there with this training. A lot of people come to me and they ask me for that TBC training, and it's actually a $350 USD value by itself, and you guys are only getting it for $200 plus a $1,000 profit on top of your guys' initial investment. But moving on to the next level. The next level up inside the Stack That Cash Cycle System is our $300 USD cycle level. Again, with this particular level, you guys are looking at $1,500 USD in profit, and this is literally going to get you guys the Mac Daddy training package, man. So with high ticket, it's definitely more focused towards people who really want to get a sound knowledge, regardless of what they're doing online. So you're going to get 92 plus hours of high ticket training. It's going to teach you guys how to get out there and market on all of the different social media platforms. It's going to teach you guys how to market and build a team and train that team. It's going to teach you guys how to, answer, phone calls in regards to sales situations, how to do face-to-face presentations and meetings. It's going to teach you all about hashtag marketing, video marketing, niche marketing, target audiences. There's so much training in on this high ticket level. And the beauty of that is, again, this particular training is a $3,500 USD value by itself, and you guys are going to be getting this training for $300, a mere fraction of the total cost of what it would actually cost you guys if you were going out there and paying full retail price for it. And again, you guys are going to get unlimited access to this. You guys can go through there at your own pace and your own time. That's the beauty with any of these trainings that are available to you guys in Stack That Cash. You don't have to come to a Zoom, you don't have to come to a webinar, you don't have to come to a conference call to access your training. No, you guys get to go through your training at your own pace. Everybody's different. Some people work full-time, some people study, some people are busy mums or busy dads, some people have a lot of commitments in their life. Some people have got a crazy life as it is, and that's exactly why these trainings are absolutely tailored to suit anybody out there regardless, because you guys can go through at your own pace and learn as fast or as slow as you guys like. Now, the next level training, guys, is our $400 USD cycle level training. Again, with this particular level, you guys are going to be cycling out with 2,000 USD in profit, and you guys are going to get a full 30 plus ebook training course that's going to teach you guys all about the different sectors of the entrepreneurial world, not just online, but offline as well. This training is huge. I first got involved with this particular training when I was about 6 months into my online journey, not too long before I actually retired my husband. And I can definitely tell you, even though, it was a lot to get through with this particular training course, I'm so grateful that I did it because it's given me the sound knowledge to know exactly what is good out there on the market right now, what's good for investing in, and also at the same time, it's helped me to make sound investments out there in the stock market, in the share market, in the cryptocurrency sector, and in different, sorts of, physical commodities like gold and precious metals and things like that. It's huge, huge value with this particular, ebook training. It's going to teach you guys all of the, basics right from start to finish on how you guys can learn all about, precious metals, real estate, stocks, bonds, forex, shares, binary, dividends, gemstones, insurance, hedge funds, and there's so much more in those ebook training courses. It's huge. Again, you guys get unlimited access. You get to go through at your own pace, and you are also going to be able to have the option to diversify. Once you guys have gone through this whole ebook training, you guys are going to have the ability to actually become a broker. You guys can run seminars, and you guys can run, meetings and stuff like that. I get people that come to me every single day and they say, Alicia, I will pay you $1,000 if you can show me where I can invest $10,000 worth of my money long term, so that way within the next 5 to 10 years I can make that money back tenfold. Okay? And to be honest, I just don't have the time in my already hectic schedule with my nine online businesses that I have, and all of the teams that I have to run and train and, keep supported, to be able to go out and do that on an individual basis. A lot of people, they want that knowledge and they want that skill set to be able to go out there and recommend things to people. This is the exact sort of training course for you guys that want to do that. That is going to really help you guys if you want to go out and do that for people, that are looking at what to invest their money in. That particular ebook training course is a $600 USD value by itself, and you guys are only getting it for $400, plus you guys are making a $2,000 USD profit on top of your initial $400 USD investment. How bloody cool is that? And you guys are literally going to go from beginner to online guru and offline guru, regardless of what sector of the entrepreneurial world that you guys are looking at. But the next training level up is our $500 USD cycle level. Now with this particular level, you guys are going to cycle out with $2,500 USD in profit, and this is going to teach you guys all about Facebook Messenger automation, and all the different strategies with that. So with this particular level, it's like a whole new diversification on its own. This level has got to be probably one of the most valuable levels out of the entire Stack That Cash Cycle system, guys. Not so much because, you're learning how to market and sell products and stuff like that, but because this particular training and this particular skill set is in such high demand, okay? So with this particular level, you guys are going to be able to get all of the training and the step-by-step videos and tutorials on how to be able to make automation bots for all of your own businesses and opportunities. And it's going to teach you guys how to actually become your own boss and be independent with bot building. Again, diversifying. You guys are easily going to be able to have, your customers and leads pay you guys for products and services or contact you directly on autopilot and much, much more. I mean, look at the $50 level training. Look at the $100 level training. People who want to get, information on what products you're selling or whatever it is that you guys are arbitraging or that you guys are drop shipping. They can literally get access to this information at the touch of a button, at the click of a mouse. You guys can also go out there and diversify by building bots for other business owners. Think of all of the millions of business owners out there that just don't have the time. They can only speak to so many people per day, to follow up, with their customers every single day. They might get home from work and they might have 100 missed calls from people who are wanting to book an appointment with them. You can build bots for all sorts of different industries. You might be wanting to build a bot for, an accountant or a hairdresser or a beauty therapist or a tattoo parlor or maybe you want to build a automation bot for a car dealership, you know. The list just goes on and on and on and on. For me personally, I actually make anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 a month US money building and maintaining bots for other people out there online and also other businesses out there, you know, in my local area. And that is huge in itself. You know, that's a full-time income on top of, you know, all of the other money and the income streams that I make with my other online businesses. You know, once you guys have got the skill set to do this, you guys can pretty much build bots for anything that you bloody like, you know, and you guys can sell those bots, you know, to anybody out there, regardless of who you're selling them to all over the globe. Definitely a plus side there. Now, our final and highest level in the Stack That Cash cycler system, which is the next level I'm going to be explaining to you guys, is the $750 USD cycle level. Now, with this particular cycle level, guys, you guys are going to be cycling out with $3,750 USD in profit, and you guys are going to be getting a full and intensive Instagram mastery and automation training. Now, this is huge because, you know, Instagram is really untouched out there in the online marketing world, and it is nearly as huge as Facebook, okay? And there's a lot of interaction on Instagram because it's all to do with pictures and videos. There's not really any of these like word posts or anything like that. It's all like, you know, fully interaction with everybody wanting to look at, you know, what's happening, you know, out there. So, with Instagram, okay, with this particular training, you guys are going to get all of the step-by-step videos and tutorials on how you guys can create a huge followers list on Instagram, how to create content that's going to go viral out there. You know, it's going to teach you all about Instagram algorithms, lead optimization, IG automation. You guys are going to be able to learn how you guys can actually even, you know, automate Instagram with bots and, you know, posting softwares and stuff like that. And again, you guys are going to have the option to diversify with this one. You guys are going to be able to teach and train people all of the knowledge on this particular level. At the same time, you're also going to be able to sell bots on Instagram. There's so much, you know, knowledge in these particular trainings if you guys actually learn them and apply them and take action every single day. Now, with this particular Instagram mastery and automation training, it's a $1,200 USD value by itself, and you guys are only getting that for $750 USD, and at the same time, you guys are also going to be cycling out with $3,750 US in profit. So, you know, again, there's a level there for every single person out there, regardless of your skill set, regardless of what your background is. And you guys have the opportunity to start on whatever levels you guys like. It doesn't really matter what levels you guys want to get started on. It's entirely up to you, the individual. So obviously people are probably watching this and going, okay, well, you've explained everything to me, so what's in it for me? How do I actually benefit from Stack That Cash? Well, it's really simple. You guys are going to have the ability to be able to 5 times your guys' money over and over again. You guys can cycle out and use your guys' earnings for Christmas and New Year's costs, back to school costs, Easter, everyday bills and expenses, and you guys will even be able to take that money that you guys earn and use it in your guys' other opportunities online. The list goes on. There are unlimited possibilities. Now, I can understand that there might be a few people that are watching this right now, and they might be saying, oh, you know, this looks too good to be true. This looks like one of those Ponzi schemes. This doesn't look very real. I can definitely tell you that that is not the case with Stack That Cash, guys. You know, so for those of you guys that are asking, you know, is Stack That Cash a scam? Is it a Ponzi scheme? Definitely not, and here is why. Okay, obviously, you know, a lot of people, you know, out there seem to think, oh, you know, Alicia Walsh, you know, she's a creator of Stack That Cash, and she makes a cut off every single person that I sign up and that they sign up. No, that's not correct, okay? You, the individual, are actually paid directly. I don't actually touch any of your money that you make from any cycle levels, guys. I don't make a cent off that, okay? That is all 100% yours. So you are paid directly and you get to choose how you guys want to be paid. There's no third party that handles any of your income or takes a cut before it gets to you. So this is not a multi-level marketing business where only the people at the top make the most money and you know, only make a little bit. No. Every single person, regardless, has got the same opportunity and the same level playing field to be able to make as much money as a person that came in to Stack That Cash a month ago or 2 months ago. You know, everybody's on the same level playing field. You know, in a typical 9-to-5 job, you can't ever surpass your own boss or the CEO of your own company, you know, in regards to how much they earn. You can't do that, you know. And a lot of people don't even realize in a typical 9-to-5 job, it's actually, you know, one of the biggest pyramid schemes out there in the world. You know, a lot of people don't realize it. You know, when you really think about it, you know, you got your big boss, your big CEO at the top. Underneath them, you know, you got all of your, you know, your regional managers, production manager, you know, all of those sorts of people underneath them. You know, you have your supervisors, your team leaders, your quality control, all of that sort of stuff. And then underneath them at the very, very bottom of the pyramid is you. Yep, that's right, you. The hard worker that goes to work every day and is struggling your fucking ass off, scraping your ass along the ground just to make it to next payday. That is exactly what is different. You know, that's exactly what's different with the Stack That Cash cycle system. You can pass Alicia Walsh in earnings. You can pass big leaders and Stack That Cash in earnings. It's really up to you and how much time, you know, you guys want to dedicate to it and where you guys want to take your business out there. It's really entirely up to you guys. You know, you guys, the world is your oyster. You know, there's no, the sky's literally the limit. There's no limitations to what you guys can do. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, with a scam or a Ponzi, and a true scam or a true Ponzi, people are literally selling thin air. There is nothing of value that is being exchanged in regards to, you know, for funds. So, you know, when you think about it, regardless of what business you're getting involved in, you always need to ask the person that's pitching you a business, what is your product or your service that you are offering? Ask them that very, very specific question. And if they can't give you a straight up answer, then I can definitely tell you it's a scam and it's a Ponzi because there is no product being exchanged. There's nothing of value being exchanged. There is no product that is physical or digital being exchanged. They're pretty much selling, you know, thin air. You might as well call it a crowdfunding scheme or a donations program where you're just paying money to each other for absolutely bloody nothing. You know, and there are a lot of programs out there that are like that. So regardless of what businesses you guys are looking out for out there, always ask anybody that is pitching it to you, what is your product or your service? What are you offering? And if it sounds too good to be true, usually it is, okay? Our particular product here with the Stack That Cash cycle system is our exclusive unlimited access to training packages that would otherwise cost you guys hundreds of and even sometimes thousands of dollars elsewhere. So if you guys are looking at this and you guys want to go and buy that training out there and you guys want to spend thousands of dollars, be my guest, absolutely go out there and do that. But, you know, for everyday people, the everyday Joe blogs, you know, they don't have that sort of money to be able to get through and get that training that they need to be able to start a business online. That's exactly what we do here at Stack That Cash. Our product is the exclusive and unlimited access to training packages, okay? So make sure that you guys keep that in mind. Now also, in a true scam or a Ponzi, the only way for it to continue to keep making money and keep going is with recruiting. So, you know, if you don't have any product or any service in a true scam or a Ponzi scheme, you know, the only way that you can continue to keep making money and making more money is to keep bringing new people into the platform. With Stack That Cash, that is not the case. Here is why. There's two different ways that you guys can make an income regardless of what level you guys are coming in on. So you guys have the opportunity to not only, one, build a team and stack cash, but you guys can also diversify by taking those bonus trainings regardless of what level it is, and you guys can take those and diversify. Or you guys can do both at the same time. Everybody has an equal opportunity to earn. You know, so even if not a single person came in to Stack That Cash for the next 2 months and nobody, you know, built a team, that doesn't matter because everybody in Stack That Cash would still be able to make money by taking that bonus training, getting out there and diversifying their income with it in their own independent way, being their own boss. So again, huge value in those trainings. Another thing that a lot of people say is, oh, Stack That Cash members, they're not real business owners, That's not true either. Every single individual in Stack That Cash, regardless of whether you're making $1, regardless of whether you're making a few $100s, or whether you're making $1 million, each and every single individual that gets involved in the Stack That Cash cycle system is fully and mostly responsible for declaring their income and paying their taxes, okay? That is entirely their responsibility. They're just like any other business owner, just like a normal traditional business owner, a bricks and mortar business owner, or another online program owner. Regardless, okay? So, if you're thinking about joining Stack That Cash, yes, you will be required to declare your income, pay your taxes, and make sure that you are fully on par and on board with all of your financial and taxation obligations, regardless of what country you live in. Okay, because you guys are accepting payments directly. That is, pretty much the guts, of what it takes, and Stack That Cash. And that's pretty much, exactly what you guys have to be, aware of before you guys join. And I always, say it to people, black and white. If you don't want to pay your taxes, if you want to do shortcuts and stuff like that, get out, because anybody that's like that, they will be kicked out of the Stack That Cash cycle system. I don't care who you are. I don't really care, how much you make a year or whatever it is. Every single person's taxation obligations are going to be different. There's different tax brackets. There's different types of tax. Some people are on income support payments. Some people work. Some people study. Every single person's individual taxation, situation is going to be different. And it's actually illegal to give financial advice if you are not a financial, qualified financial professional or financial advisor. So I always recommend to anybody out there to always go back to their, local accountant, have a meeting with them and talk to them about your tax obligations, Tell them that you're looking at, starting a new business, that you're wanting to become an affiliate of a business. Ask them what your obligations are. Tell them how much you earn. Tell them if you're receiving any sort of, supplemental income or whatever it is. And they'll be able to sort you guys out right there on the spot. Always, always, always go to a qualified professional to be able to get, skilled up and on par with all of your guys' taxation and financial obligations. But moving on to the next part. So, with Stack That Cash, guys, you guys will have 2 different cycle board options to choose from. Now, regardless of who you are out there, everybody's situation is different. Some people, they're not good at building, they're very shy, they don't like getting out there online. And then on the flip side, there's people out there that are like, really want to get out there, they really want to give things a crack. And we've got a perfect board option regardless of who you are out there all over the globe. So you guys have got 2 options. Please note that you can only choose one of these options upon your guys sign up. Okay, so you can't be doing both of these things at the same time from a Facebook profile. There are a few ways around it which you guys will learn, when you guys come into the Stack That Cash cycle system, especially if you're wanting to run from 2 separate Facebook profiles, or if maybe you might want to interact off your partners, or your mums or whatever it is, Facebook profile. That is absolutely fine. So your first option, with the particular board options, guys, is, the auto rotation boards. And that is perfect for anybody out there that isn't good at building a team, okay? On auto rotation, people's names go in order of when people join Stack That Cash. Everybody waits their turn for their cycle board to come up on the list, and everybody that is in auto rotation works as a team to fill the current cycles that are up, okay? So this is good for people who are, not expecting to make, money tomorrow, or they're not expecting to make money within the next few days, or even next week or the week after. This is for people who, are not fussed about how fast, they make money. They're more interested in, just being able to work as a team and build as a team, because they, might not be good at doing that themselves. Now, please note, that there are, obviously some training and stuff like that, some trainings in that you guys will need to go through when you guys, become a Stack That Cash member, and you guys might change your mind, when you guys join. You might, go through their training and go, oh, this is easier than I thought. And you guys might want to go over to open cycles. Now, the only downside to auto rotation is, if you do want to make money fast and you don't want to be limited at all with how much you can make, then auto rotation is definitely, not the sort of, board that you would want to get involved on. For those of you guys that really, want to give it a good crack and you're really looking at, really wanting to work your business with Stack That Cash, and you guys are wanting to obviously, start stacking cash tomorrow or, within hours of joining, then of course, the next best option for you guys will be the open cycles. Now, with open cycles, it's, pretty much, your own freedom. You guys have got, the opportunity to build as fast or as slow as you guys want. This is perfect for people who are, wanting to give it a good crack, who are good team builders and want to really push their, Stack That Cash business at their own pace. The beauty of this particular level is that there is no waiting around. No waiting around. So if you got started in Stack That Cash and you got through your basic Stack That Cash training in 2 hours or even an hour, you could literally join in the morning and be stacking cash, on the same day, if you're on open cycles. With open cycles, nobody will be responsible for, filling your cycles for you. You are ultimately going to be doing that on your own. But open cycles are definitely more, freedom, for a lot of people out there. So make sure that you guys think carefully before you make the decision on what board, option you guys choose. Remember, you can only do one at a time. One upon sign up per, Facebook profile. You can't be doing both at the same time. It's got to be one choice and one choice only. Now with cycles, it takes 6 individuals, 6 people, actually buying into that particular cycle to be able to fill a board for it to cycle out for you guys to be able to maximize your profits. So make sure that you guys keep that in mind regardless of what cycle board option you guys are going to choose, okay? But moving on. So what do I need to join? Really, really simple. All that you guys need to have ready is your $25 USD, once off lifetime admin fee. And it's always going to be a $50 minimum to be able to start cycling out on the smallest level. So, that $50 USD minimum is obviously going to be, at minimum cost on the lowest level of earnings here in Stack That Cash. That would include your $25 USD once off lifetime fee plus your $25 USD cycle level on the drop shipping and arbitrage level, which is the first level that I explained to you guys. So it's always going to be a $50 USD minimum for you guys to be able to ready to start. If you guys are wanting to look at the higher levels to make even more money, or you guys are wanting to get even bigger and better trainings to be able to go out there and diversify your income further or apply it to your other opportunities and businesses that you're already involved in, then obviously you would not only need to have your once-off $25 USD admin fee, you would also need to have those extra fees if you wanted to participate on those other cycle levels. The only other thing that you guys are going to need is any sorts of, things ready that you guys are wanting to use to accept, your different forms of payment in through. So if you guys want to get paid into your bank account, then, obviously you need to have a bank account set up. If you want to get paid in Bitcoin, if you guys want to get paid into your PayPal, into your Stripe, if you guys want to get paid in different cryptocurrencies, that is absolutely fine. Okay, and up to you, the individual. Just make sure that you guys have all of that stuff ready to go before you join. So then that way, when you guys are ready to start stacking cash, you guys have already got all of your payment methods all set up and configured, ready to go. Now, a lot of you guys that might be watching this going, oh, I'm not tech savvy. Is STC training hard? Absolutely not. Say hello to our fully automated 24/7 Stack That Cash Cycler System training bot, who will help and guide you guys through step-by-step training and keep you guys updated on the fly. That's the beauty of Stack That Cash, guys. We give you guys cool as tools and resources, not only to be able to go through your training easily, but also to be able to get out there and market a lot better. With this particular training, it's going to take you guys through easy numbered steps, to be able to get out there and really get into the nitty gritty and start learning all about the Stack That Cash Cycler system, how you guys can get out there and build a team, how you guys can get out there and market and promote all of the ins and outs. And with that training bot, it's really there to help you guys and, all of the people that you're bringing on board 24/7, 365 days a year. So even though you might not be awake at a particular point in time and you might have a team member over in Japan or America and they need to get into their training, they don't have to wait for you, they can just easily click onto our, bot link that we've got set up and fully inside our group, and boom, they can go in and boom, start going through their training straight away, and while you're still asleep, they can literally be learning how they can stack that cash as well. How cool is that? Now, I don't have a lot of time to chase people up. I work full time, I study. No worries. Say hello to our fully automated 24/7 Stack That Cash info bot, guys. Now, with this particular info bot, he is going to help you guys follow up on autopilot. Your leads are literally going to be able to go and see live testimonials, live cash out videos. They're going to be able to watch what people are, talking about and Stack That Cash. They're going to be able to see all of the different cycle levels broken down into the individual levels with one simple link. They're even going to be able to watch this presentation. So, if you've got people coming to me and saying, hey, look, how do I find this? How do I find that? They're even going to be able to get FAQ, so frequently asked questions and their usual answers, You're just going to have to just send them that one link. So even if you have just finished work and you've got 20 PMs in your inbox, all that you do when they ask for information is just send them the one link. Boom, 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 boom. And that bot is even going to direct those people through the very, very first stages of how to sign up. They're going to have their admin fee all done and paid before they even come back to you for you to be able to get them all signed up on your particular cycle level. How cool is that? Again, this particular bot is here to help you guys 24/7, 365 days a year. You guys can get out there regardless of where you guys are promoting. You guys might be getting out there on groups or whatever it is, and you guys might want to put the link to this on one of your guys' posts. That's absolutely fine, guys. You guys can do that. So then that way people can click into the link and get all of the information that they need and come back to you when they're ready to go. Aside from that, guys, I just want to thank you all, for coming and watching our presentation today. Thank you all for taking the time out of your guys' busy lives to come in and have a listen for about an hour. And it's really, really simple for those of you guys that are asking, how do I get started and start stacking that cash? Very, very easy. Make sure that you guys, have read and understand and listen to this presentation. Obviously, when you guys are ready to get started, go back to the person who invited you to this presentation. They will help you guys to get started and answer any of your guys' questions that you guys have. Now, regardless of whether you guys are wanting to get started or not, Stack That Cash is 1,300 plus members strong in 2 to 3 months. We have grossed well over 600K in total group sales and revenue. And regardless of whatever people out there are saying about Stack That Cash is moving ahead with or without you. For those of you guys that are wanting to get started, we welcome you on board, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. Bye, guys, and see you guys later. Kia kite. Bye.